How is it going, everyone? This is another video about the scammers or red flags that I have in the Forex market. A lot of people have been requesting that I do a video on Astro FX. Now, this will probably be the longest video that I've made. I will try to make it as short as possible. I don't really think there's a reason to have a part two because it's just so much information, and I don't want people to get lost and just watch part two without watching part one because a lot of things might be repeated or not be repeated. So I'm just going to throw it all in to this video because there is so much information about this company that is going to make you have red flags all over the place. So let's get started. But before we do, I always like to say before I get started that these videos are not to personally slander or bash anybody. This is just red flags that I've had. People suggest that I do videos. If I do find a company that is legitimate or I find legitimate, I will definitely say so in a video if red flags like this don't come up. So you're going to see a lot of probably screen flipping because I have probably about 20 tabs open right now and it's just full of different information. So you might see me flipping back and forth to different tabs trying to find what I'm actually talking about. But just bear with me. We're going to get through it. So let's get started. So it looks like Astro FX hasn't really been around for that long. It seems that they're going on probably about 3 years this year that they've been around. So if you take into account all of these companies that sort of started out, came into the marketplace when binary options and Forex were becoming a big marketing, where all the marketers came in and just sort of flooded this industry with crap, then you'll see how this can kind of start to raise some questions that the fact that they haven't really been around for, let's say 5 to 6 years. Now, in their About Us and in some videos, they've claimed that they have about 14 years experience together. Now, I do know for a fact that this individual here is about 27 years old, and I think he is a little younger. He may be 25 or 26 years old. Now, take into account that you let's say they each individually on average take about 7 years. So you're looking at him being around being an adult of 18 years, and then this individual here being around 20 years old. Now, there is one video where this gentleman right here claims that he has been around for in the trading industry since he was 19. He says that in a video. I'm not gonna look for the video right now, but after going through all the material on their YouTube page, I saw that and kind of chuckled because you can go to his Facebook and find pictures like this where it looks like he is working behind a counter at some sort of convenience store in London, or in the UK, sorry. I mean, this picture right here kind of says it all. I mean, I've been in a lot of convenience stores in my time, and this looks like he is definitely behind the counter, probably working the register. And this was in 2013. You can go through all of his Facebook and pretty much find nothing about Forex. Now, do not be confused about this Audi R8 here. This is not his. This is somebody else's. So don't be confused by that. So you're going to see a lot of photos that sort of question that he's been in the industry for that long, because if he had been in the industry for that long and he's been doing as well as he seems to be doing now, you'd think that he would have been posting about this type of stuff long beforehand. So that's just a question that I raised there. Now, you can go through the internet and find just about all sorts of different forums talking negatively about this company. Now, people will say, well, hey, every company has, crap. They always have something that a bunch of people that don't like them, right? But it's about 90% negative, 10% positive. And it's funny because all the forums that you'll find that are all negative, and then you'll find that one or two people out of the 50 that are saying something negative about them, one or two people will say something positive, but they have like one sentence to say. And everybody's like, well, how's everything going with you? How well are you doing? And they'll never answer the question. I do have proof on here. I can try to find it that where Sean, who is this individual here, Sean actually made a second account on, I think it was either Baby Pips or it was a Forex Peace Army. He made a secondary account to try to defend himself on negative reviews on him. Like he was trying to act as a client, and someone caught him, and it was pretty hilarious. I have it on one of these tabs, and I'll see if I can find it. But I wanted to draw your attention to these things here. This is when they used to have a Myfxbook. Okay, so if any of you want to know anything about how well a trader is doing overall, the first thing you want to look at is their drawdown. That's pretty much what I would look for, the very first thing I look at. It looks like you have a 10K booster, 81% drawdown. Mixed strategy tester, 41% drawdown. And then swing withdrawal example, 94% drawdown. Now, this withdrawal example might just be where they withdrew money. So I don't know if that is something that could have altered it. It shouldn't alter the drawdown. I wouldn't figure that. But what I will say is that you can go into Myfxbook now and you will find nothing on them now. It looks like in this forum alone, which is Baby Pips, this is where I'm getting the resource, you can see where people are saying that that they'll put things up and they'll delete it when it starts to go bad, and then they'll put things up and then they'll start to delete it when it goes bad. But they haven't seemed to have anything up for probably about a year, 2 years. They haven't had anything up yet on Myfxbook. Which to me, if I wanted to be a client of theirs, if I was new into the trading world and I wanted to pay the thousands of dollars that they ask for to go to London or the UK and to learn by them, I would want to see at least a 2-year portfolio. At least I would want to know that they are trading well. Even if the 2-year portfolio was something that was in their past, even if we haven't traded in a year because our main focus is teaching, even showing that and proving to me as a client that they have a 2-year portfolio to charge that much money, you better be a professional in my eyes. So, I mean, as you can see, they're in their videos, they have offices. What seems like in Birmingham, I believe, is where they're located. And you will see that they teach students one-on-one. If I'm not mistaken, they charge it's £3,000 to £5,000, which is about 35 to about 6,000 US dollars. And that is quite a bit of money for somebody. If I were to say that I wanted to go into this as an American and I wanted to fly over there, it's going to cost me about $1,000 to fly over there. That's maybe, let's say, $700 on a good day that I could get a good cheap ticket, and $700, and there's $700 gone, and then let's say $5,000 in my money. So I'm out a lot, and you will find that there are a lot of people that go into this and they will put in, let me see if I can find one. Again, let me flip through here. Here we go. Like many others, was duped into buying into the 3-day Forex training event, which was sold to me by the dubious traders, both of these guys in Birmingham. I paid exactly £3,000 of my inheritance, hoping to make much more after reading about these guys. However, unfortunately, I lost about £27,000 in 5 days to these jokers. The event is poor, and they show you the basics of trading, which anyone can source from the internet. So please, please, I'm sure it's saying do your due diligence and all that sort of stuff. They will take your money and blow it on themselves. I reported them to the FCA and NCA, so hopefully they will not exist in the future. So this is something that came up just about a month ago, less than a month ago. So hopefully, it seems that the FCA and the NCA have been, have definitely been have been notified, which is great. The next thing that I want to address is this right here, this comment. The cars are rentals. If you need, this is hilarious because let me show you what I've found here, because every single person says that these guys, the cars that they show, these supercars that they show, these pictures. Let me see if I can find one of the photos here. This one right here. This supercar right here, or if you want to call it a supercar, it's a Maserati. But Someone has stated that they've looked at their watches, and someone sent like a professional in watches, these Rolexes and stuff like that. They sent them pictures of these, and they have said by professionals that these watches are fake. You can find forums where they say this. I'm not going to bore you with going through all these tabs trying to find it, but somewhere in one of these, there's a guy who talks about that, where he found a guy to look at these photos, and he basically said, no, these watches are fake. And so you have that, and then you have where these cars are supposedly rental cars. Okay, so I won't say that they're quote unquote rental cars per se, but these guys do not own these cars, and there is proof behind that. So if you want to know where they're getting these cars, they're getting them from this company here, Platinum Executive Travel. Now, this is a company in Birmingham, UK, and they have all sorts of sports cars, Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Rolls Royces, Audis, Maseratis, all sorts of stuff, right? Okay. So what is funny is that the company is owned by this guy right here. It's owned by his father. And his father owns that company, and I have a report that talks about that here. I'm not a 22 million pound lotto teen. It says, but he said it was simply a coincidence, blah, blah, blah. And he revealed the Lamborghinis, Ferraris, and Bentleys he poses with online are part of his dad's luxury car hire firm. So this guy's father is the one that owns this industry here, or this company here. And if you wanted to look at this photo, who do we have but one of the guys from Astro FX, plain as day, right here. A little over 3 years ago, he's sitting right next to the guy. So what I find interesting is that these two individuals know each other, and this guy's dad owns a supercar luxury firm, if you want to call it that, where he rents out luxury cars to people, for I'm sure a day or weekend. We have those here where I'm from, where you can, rent a Maserati for a weekend for about $1,000 or a Ferrari for about $1,300 for the weekend. And that's supposedly what people are saying. Now, if I could never find this, I would say, maybe you're kind of pushing it. But this seems too coincidence that you have an individual's father who owns a car company like that, and then this guy is like buddy with him. So the next thing is that supposedly Sean's girlfriend, it says Sean's girlfriend was involved in the JA Wealth Forex scam. They removed their terrible trading results from Myfxbook. People have lost a lot of money as Sean has blown many trading accounts and is still learning on demo himself. This is, a couple months ago. Their cars are all rentals. There's that again. If you look at the company house records, Sean doesn't even work for Astro FX. They are probably not even paying any taxes either. They are known in Birmingham, blah, blah, blah. As the Forex demo boys, is they still cannot make consistent profits. They are, however, very good at sales pitches and talking, crap to the low-income people to sign up for the government-paid training courses. Look at all the people who take the Forex courses. They are primarily blacks and low income. These people are on benefits, and the taxpayer is paying for the courses. Real traders trade. This guy is, he's obviously really, really upset. He has said some very, very hurtful stuff that I don't endorse, but it's interesting that you see that these guys have many, many people saying these types of things about them. And it talks about how his girlfriend was involved in the JA Wealth Forex scam, and you can look into that. Let me find the photo. Here's this right here. So you have JA Wealth. Here's, I guess, his girlfriend here. There they are together. JA Wealth scam. Supposedly, like, you can see where someone has posted an email from them, all sorts of stuff. So these guys, so she has been known to scamming people before. They're together in some sort of way or fashion. Here is a whole article about how this I don't know, JA Wealth. I've never even heard of that, but JA Wealth scam was a big thing. They scammed a ton of people. Um, so it's just interesting. There's way too many stuff that's out here saying that these guys are just crap. And the fact that you can't find a single Myfxbook link on them is also interesting. And seeing this drawdown, I mean, this is insane. I mean, this is such high risk trading that you would blow an account so quickly on something like this. The fact that these guys have not been trading for a long time, that does not surprise me. People saying that, it doesn't surprise me because none of these guys show anything on their Facebooks that even prove that they've been trading for that they've been trading for 14 years combined. I mean, come on. And all this sort of stuff. And so what I also want to mention is that people have said that they talk about basic courses. Now, you can find they talk about I think in their courses page right here, a 250-page guidebook, and you can find where people are like flipping through it in these videos, like uh their students and stuff like that. And what is interesting is if you kind of look through it, if you've been in this industry for quite a bit of time, you will find it's very basic information. They're just talking about Fibonacci's and highs and lows and indicators and all this sort of stuff that's almost like copy paste from a guidebook already. Now, someone in one of these links here that I have in one of these reviews talks about how they received the guidebook from somebody else, and they reviewed it and found out that they had in fact stole it from someone else. This guidebook was written by someone else, and they basically put it into their own words, and then put it into as an Astro FX guidebook on their own. So, with that being said, there is just way too much stuff that makes me believe that these guys are not worth it. There is so much negative feedback on these guys. It is crazy. They talk about in their videos that, oh, we've been and they'll show their students in their videos, oh yeah, we took this trade, oh yeah, we took this trade, oh yeah. If you guys are trading, this is a question that I have. I mean, honestly, if you guys are trading, why don't and you're endorsing yourselves the way you are, because I print off my own portfolio because, again, I work with private investors, so there's no need for me to have something online because we go to offices and we try to attract investors in the city and stuff like that. So what we do is we print off our own portfolio. We print it off in a nice packet for them to look at, highlight certain things. We highlight all sorts of stuff, and then we make a certain portfolio depending on how much they want to invest, and then we show them that. That's how real traders do it. And so, but if you are going to endorse yourselves to this huge company as quote unquote market leaders, as they claim to call themselves, and you're taking all these students, charging them thousands of dollars, you would think that you would have the courtesy to show a portfolio. Something that shows that you guys know what you're talking about, know what you're doing, and can prove yourselves worthy. I would think 24 months, 2 years of a portfolio is plenty of time to have a portfolio good and ready. If you've been trading for that long, you should have easy access to a portfolio on any one of your accounts. It should be pretty simple to plug and play into Myfxbook or any other source for that matter. So that's pretty much it. There's tons of stuff. This is from Forex Peace Army. You can find stuff on there. You can find stuff on it's jltrader.com, stuff about them. You can find stuff on baby pips on them. It is everywhere. All this stuff is everywhere. This is from pissedconsumer.com. It's all over the place. So just understand that these guys are, I would say, very, very sketchy. The fact that there's too many coincidences on a lot of stuff when it comes with the rental cars and all that sort of, just it seems to be too good to be true on a lot of sources. So just keep that in mind. This is not a company that I would recommend if you are new to this industry. If they are only giving you a guidebook to basic information, when people say you can find all that stuff online, they are not lying. You can find every basic information on the internet completely free. It is not right for people to get that information for free, turn it into something, and then charge you an arm and a leg for it. I mean, charging you thousands of dollars for that. That's ridiculous. So get it for free. You know, do your due diligence on companies like this. I mean, this right here was pretty easy to find. I mean, it was a lot of stuff, but it was very easy. It took me about 10 minutes to pull all this stuff up. So, as always, stay safe out there. If you guys have any other recommendations for me for companies to look into, I will be happy to do it. If you want me to do another video on these guys to go into any more detail, I'm more than happy to do so. It's going to be a pretty long video, a little over 20 minutes it seems. So hopefully you guys can go through it and see what you think. Go to the websites that I've said. Go on to Google, put Astro FX Scam, Astro FX Fraud, whatever you want to put in there. It will pull up plenty of forums. Read them, go through them all. Don't just read one thing and go, oh, whatever. I mean, read through them if you really want to know if these guys are legit. In my own opinion, my own personal opinion, they're not. So as always, stay safe.